Dominik Maximini, a professional Scrum trainer with Scrum.org. And today I want to talk to you about event duration in Scrum. What you can see here on my screen is a little cheat sheet that's from the Professional Scrum Master course. So if you go to that course, you will get that sheet as well, and you will talk a lot about the contents. What's on it is the events without the sprint itself, because the sprint is a container event. And you see what is being inspected, what is being adapted in those events, and you see who attends. But our focus today is on the last column. And the last column reads time box for 1 month. And that means time box if your sprint has a duration of 1 month. As you know, a sprint can have a duration of 1 month or less. And the maximum duration of the events should scale somewhat together with the sprint duration. So the sprint planning is allowed to be 8 hours or less. The daily Scrum is 15 minutes every day or less. The sprint review is 4 hours or less. And the retrospective is 3 hours or less in duration. Now, my personal experience is that those times scale linearly with your sprint duration. That is, if you have a 4-week sprint, you probably need the 8 hours for planning. But if you have a 2-week sprint, you probably only need 4 hours for the sprint planning, or maybe even less. And of course, with daily Scrum, depending on the number of days you have in your sprint, the total time required for daily Scrums scales linearly, of course. Now, the only exception in my experience is the sprint retrospective. Because I personally made the experience that you cannot really dive deep into issues, get really to the bottom of things in less than 1.5 hours. So if you think in linear scaling, that means if you go for 2-week sprints, the duration of the daily Scrum will have scaled linearly to 1.5 hours, most likely. But if you go to 1-week sprints, you will still need the 1.5 hours for the retrospective. And depending on the situation in your team and your organization, maybe you will even need a little bit more time. I hope you learned something. I hope you liked the video. If you want to connect through Xing or LinkedIn, I'm very happy to receive your invite. Scrum on, have fun.